Now comes section 2, latching an interlocking circuit using out, set, reset commands. The question 1 says, devise a circuit when I0.0 is on, Q0.0 should be latched. Now what does this mean, latched? Latch means it will retain the state. When this is pressed once and released, this will retain the state. It will not get off when the input goes off. This is called latching. And when I0.1 is on, Q0.0 should be unlatched. It means to say we have two buttons. One is used to maintain the state of Q0.0. It means when you press the first input, this will be on and it will remain on. This is a push button. When you press the another input, this will be off. So this is called unlatching. And our condition is, in this case, consider I0.0 as NO push button and 0.1 as NC push button. So you will understand better with this environment. We have this push button and this is another push button. This is normally open. It means when you press this, this will make the input true, and this is the opposite of this button. This is the NC. Now if you see, let me just show you, just turn it off, and you can see that in the symbol table or the status chart as well. Here I'll put I0.0 and here I'll put I0.1. So these are my two inputs, and I will go online. I don't want to compare, let me just download it. There's no program inside that. I'm just trying to show you how you can monitor the state, what is the difference between NO and NC, and how does it gonna affect the program. PLC is running mode, and I'll go to user and I'll go to monitoring, and here let me just go online. Now you can see that this is 2#0. 2 means it's a bit address, #0 is the value. This is not pressed, so its value is 0. When I press this one, its value, let me just turn it on. When I press this one, its value gonna change to 1. Hold on a second. Yeah, you can see that. Now this is 1. If I release, this will be 0. This is 0 and 1 means 0 is low, 1 is high. So this is I0.0. When you press this one, it goes true. When you release, this goes false. But this is the opposite of what happening in this case. So this is already pressed. Not pressed, but this is already passing the signal. So that's why its value is 1 by default. When I press this button, this will go 0. Okay. So my question says, when I press this once and release, this should be true. When I press this one, this should go false. This is what my objective is. So I'll go back to offline mode and I'll go to my program block, and here I have to make the logic for that. So initially I'll take this button, this bit, this will be addressed with I0.0, my input address for this button. Using that, I need to latch the output. So for that, what I'm going to do is I'll take the output here, name it as Q0.0. This is my output, and I'll take its bit address here. So take this address here, name it as Q0.0, and connect that to your output like this. So what's gonna happen if I turn on this bit? This will be on, and this will be on because they have the same address. So this will get supplied from its own auxiliary contact. This is called latching. So let's see its results. So I'm just gonna make the latching part of this question just to demonstrate what's gonna happen. Download and click OK. And let's see the results. Click OK and go to monitoring state. Our PLC is at run mode and this is on. So when I press this button, this is a push button. If I press it once and release, you can see that this was true, this goes true, and it get latched by itself, by its own bit. This is not pressed now. Okay, so this will be latched. Now to unlatch that, I have to break this loop. So this loop we're gonna break using this button. Okay, so let's see how we can do that. So I need to just adjust this one a little. So maybe I can press this one to shift it here. Here I need to use a bit for this stop button. Here I can put the address I0.1. Sorry, it will be I0.1. I have took the NO bit. You might be wondering why didn't I took NC. I'm using NO because this is already true. Let me show you what do I mean by that. I cannot take NC here. I'm using NO bit because this will be true by itself when the button is not pressed. When I press this button, this will make it false, so it will break the signal. So let's see that. Go to online. So let me just, okay, so initially this is true, so when I press this button it will pass the signal because this is NC. So when I press it and release, this is the same situation. In this case there is a bit here, so when I press this button, this bit will be false, which will turn off this bit, output bit, which will turn off its own auxiliary bit, so output will be off like this. So this is latching and that's unlatching. Okay, I hope this makes sense. We'll do some other combination of inputs and outputs for latching and interlocking. This will make very good sense to you. This will clear many doubts for you. This was the first exercise. Let's see what we have in the next video.